Mikhail Lobanov is one of more than 1,000 candidates in these parliamentary elections, backed by a tactical voting campaign who, activists believe, are best placed to defeat the pro-Kremlin United Russia Party. It's a strategy conceived by supporters of jailed opposition activist Alexei Navalny. But Lobanov is up against a formidable state election machine that's done all it can to make sure its preferred candidate wins. That includes barring opposition candidates from standing.
This is the dirtiest campaign since 2011 in Moscow. People have forgotten what it used to be like. We have seen various examples of ballot box stuffing.
The European Court of Human Rights ruled that the results of the 2011 parliamentary elections were seriously compromised.
I came only because the smart voting system told me who it is preferable to vote for, otherwise nothing would have made me come.
Even if our votes get changed, at least the authorities get the feedback about many people being unhappy.
This year, Russia's leading vote monitoring group Golos says long queues on the first day of voting clearly demonstrate what it calls a level of administrative coercion. It says it received reports of ballot boxes not being secured at night, ballot box stuffing, and complaints that electronic votes are easy to manipulate. Golos says the scale of the reported fraud is unprecedented.
The goal of opposition is to demonstrate that not everything is destroyed, that there are still some alternative methods of influencing politics. It's a modest goal, but extremely important, because at one end of the scale is the idea of totalitarian power, modelled on the Soviet Union, when the elections showed 99.9%, no matter how people actually voted.
Russia's Election Commission has rejected allegations of widespread ballot rigging and says the voting system couldn't be more transparent.
Please say we can go to Bernard live now. So Bernard, the first exit polls look through. What are they indicating?
Yeah, they're indicating, Nick, that United Russia is down on the party list share of the vote. They're down to 45% compared to 54% in 2016. And the communists have earned percentage points at the expense of United Russia. They're up 21%. Up from 13% in 2016. The Duma split into two. You've got party list and single mandates. And when people go to vote, they get two pieces of paper. On one of them is the list of the parties they want to vote for, and on the other piece of paper is a list of names of candidates for a specific constituency. So on the first lot, the list of parties, it seems that United Russia has lost out. And when the percentage shares of the vote are tallied up, the seats in the Duma are allocated according to the share of the vote. So United Russia's share will be down. Of course, we don't have the indications yet of the single mandate constituencies, but a very early indication that attempts at tactical voting seem to be paying off. This is where opposition, led by opposition activist Alexei Navalny, encouraged people to vote for any other party than United Russia to try and diminish the influence of United Russia. We'll see the impact of what they've been trying to do more on these single mandate constituencies where they've named individuals who people should vote for. But it is also having a bit of an effect on this party list. Very early days, but yes, United Russia losing a percentage share of the vote.
And we're hearing some stories of interference in the ballot.
Well, indeed, and this is despite the fact that there has been, according to Golos, as I mentioned in my report there has been widespread allegations of irregularities, by the ballot box stuffing, by intimidation of people at the voting places, and by trying to force people to go out and vote on a working day as they did on Friday morning. Also, the Election Commission has announced it's about to make it very, very difficult for people to monitor the results. Essentially, you could look online and check the results of constituencies against your own records. Observers could do this. Now you'll be limited to just 30 places, polling stations you can check, and there's more than 4,500 in Russia. So a huge restriction on how people will be able to monitor how fair and honest the calculations of the vote is going to be.
All right, Bernard, thanks a lot. Bernard Smith there.